right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers.
We play to win. Let's go!
Set 60 Pittsburgh. Go.
They'll run on first down. Cameron, he'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. And even 50 yards.
And the Seahawks first down.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for first and 10. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Watch the twist. Undercut.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they can open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun. Friedman. That's caught by Howard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a first and 10 at the 13-yard line. And a give this time to the tailback. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. On second down, Cameron, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Ready, break.
Here we go. When's the mic? Watch one. We got to get the ball.
Snap.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. He'll have a first down past the 40. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And we are each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Cameron. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
But I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
From the gun on 3rd down. Friedman. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's got this down to the 35. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35. On 1st down, Cameron. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
X3, 218, chop.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Friedman. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. Look at me. Go, sit.
Paul bringing it in. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. That's one of those long drives where not only do you score, but you really tire out the defense, too.
That's a great point because now they've been on the field for a long time. Them going to the bench, trying to make adjustments, trying to figure things out, but they'll do so fatigued.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a give, right side. Fox. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Go!
Now on 2nd and 13. White nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the shotgun, here's White. Looking deep downfield. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Cameron. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Let's go.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense. Get a couple of first.
And across the track, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tevin Coleman, 84 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And we got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 3. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A run there on 1st down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Rock it. Get it.
They'll try the left side. Cameron, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Friedman. And Paul has it. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Friedman. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 1st down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Pilot, 64, weak. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Cameron, the intended receiver there, but now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Ready.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, high 7.
From the gun, Friedman. And he comes back with one complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st down, they run with Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, team 6.
2nd and 2. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On third down, Cameron. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 11th touchdown of the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Myers connects on the PAT, and we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. On second down now, it's Coleman. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here we go. 50, plant. Snap.
Now White with a first down throw. Got this complete to the rookie out of UMass, Andy Isabella. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Now second and 6 on the Seahawks 25.
From the 25 on second down, White. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Now a give right side, Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Out of the gun, it's White, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Andy Isabella with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through, and they will take a 7-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got room. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
It's a gain of 20. And the Seahawks first down.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Watch twins.
Off play action. Friedman. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
A gain of 14. First down.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And Myers able to knock it through. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. Now a give right side. It's Fox, and he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he's got some space here. It's a foot race. Touchdown, 49ers. Tevin Coleman. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half, Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half. On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
First down, Seahawks.
Here we go. 30 base. Look at me. Door.
Check. Fresno. 49.
22 jet bomber. Deep river.
They'll run on first down. Cameron, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
50, plant.
And the Seahawks.
Pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Switch.
General West.
Right back to him on first down. And he loses the football a second time. Well, now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. This is Coleman. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Here we go. When's the mic? Watch one. Watch the slant.
Hey, Alpha. So Mike Pilot, 64, weak.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, exit. Get it.
Now White. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hart. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's White. This one caught by Isabella. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First down San Francisco, the pickup 14 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 1st and 10, White. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Hey, Sam on. Check.
They'll keep it on the ground. Cameron, and this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the 1st down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Not today, you are. Not today. Check. Lucky.
Topper. Rock it. Hit it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
You draw quarters.
Throwing on 1st down. Friedman. Open here, Adam Thielen. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
On 1st down, Friedman. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or 2, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go. 50, plant. 6-6, bullet high.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. That ball complete to Isabella. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And that rushing touchdown is fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And some room to roam now. A big play that time for the Seahawks. And even 70 yards. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Yes, yes.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that will shave one more off this lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 27-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8.
Let's make these go. Let's make these babies cry.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Right there. All day, baby.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now White lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we've still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
Well, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second and 1. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. Operating from the gun, Friedman. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal.
General West.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Come on. Mike 55, Mike 55.
5.
They'll try the left side. Cameron, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. Myers connects on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And this is going to be recovered by the hand scene. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they?